Ladies and gentlemen, boy oh boy, do we have something crazy to start covering today, because we've got the Genshin 6.0 live stream up on here. You can see it right here. An hour and 43 minutes and 38 seconds worth of content. Of course, naturally, as big fans of Genshin Impact, we're going to be taking the time to go ahead and not actually fucking watch this thing, because who in God's name is willing to spend that much time on an update? Thankfully, Hoyoverse has gone ahead and actually provided us a bit of a special program recap, which I believe in 10 minutes actually covers what's supposed to be fucking in here. I guess there's a lot of like yap and story spoilers. I can only imagine what reasons the devs are on here for so long. Why don't we just go ahead, take a look at this one. I know there's some pretty rough news, potentially some good news as well, and give our take on what 6.0 is looking like.
Welcome back.
We made it! Now, that does mark the end of the special program, but we know that was a lot of information. It feels kind of impossible to take it all in at once, and I
We never took it in the first place.
doubt I'm alone in feeling a bit overwhelmed.
Yeah, it was an hour and 43 minutes.
Yeah, the special program team thought that might be the case.
They should. That's the normal human reaction to seeing how fucking long that thing is.
In this segment, we'll go over the main takeaways from today's special program, so travelers have a quick and concise overview of what to
Just get into it!
expect in version Luna 1.
All right, I'm ready to
I see why the program's an hour and 43 minutes. I'm 33 seconds into the fucking video, and it's still explaining what the video's for.
summarize.
It's a 10-minute long video, and I already want to skip parts of it.
Okay, let's start with Nod-Krai itself.
Right. So, like the devs mentioned, Nod-Krai lies on the edge of Teyvat and is more susceptible
Okay.
to abyssal invasion because of it.
Okay, so they're just spoiling the story.
Place travelers end up after venturing into a hole. Under the influence of the moonlight, Nod-Krai is filled with an ancient kind of elemental energy known as
Gotcha. Known as pay to win.
Kuvaki.
Yeah, and it looks like this power is indispensable to almost every facet of life in Nod-Krai.
And it'll also be indispensable in the Spiral Abyss, because you won't be able to clear that or Stygian Onslaught without any of the new characters from this region. So, awesome.
That's right. And some people can even wield Kuvaki for themselves.
These characters have moon wheels, which are different from visions because their power comes from Teyvat's 3 moons.
Hey guys, here's the lore explanation for why they're gonna power creep the fuck out of your existing units. I hope you like it.
Pretty cool.
And, with the power of Kuvaki, certain Nod-Krai characters can trigger unique Lunar reactions.
Exactly. Enefa introduced Lunar charged in version 5.8, and Llama will introduce another new reaction. Lunar
Go fuck yourself. Repeatedly.
Bloom.
That's right. Llama is the moon chanter of the Frost Moon Scions, which does make her a very important figure in the tribe. She's the one her people look to for leadership and guidance. As for her abilities, she can communicate with animals and transform into a deer. Plus,
Okay, so they added Lunar Bloom and Exploration Quality of Life onto the same character. So she now makes exploration faster by turning into fucking Bambi. And also has a pay-to-win gameplay mechanic, a pay-to-win combat mechanic and a pay-to-win exploration mechanic. She's just both. And probably the best part is, Lunar Bloom is probably not going to interact with Hyper Bloom. Maybe it does. But like, doesn't that mean she only works with, like, 2 fucking elements of characters? Oh, wait, that's just enough. I forgot. Okay, yeah, she only works with Hydro and Dendro characters. Great.
in combat, her Dendro moon wheel allows her to convert bloom reactions into lunar bloom reactions.
Yes,
Her
you just
elemental
said that.
skill can decrease enemies' Dendro and Hydro resistance.
Okay, so remember what I just said about her only working with 2 I didn't even know what her kit did yet, and I, like, already knew what it did.
Holding her skill consumes Verdant Dew, which is created when team members trigger lunar bloom reactions, and grants her stacks of Moonsong. Then, with her elemental burst, Llama consumes her stacks of Moonsong to increase bloom reaction damage.
Sounds like she's a great support for Lunar Bloom teams.
I wonder what her weapon does. Her weapon is probably Lunar Bloom damage is increased by 90%. That's probably the passive effect of her weapon. The team's Lunar Bloom damage is increased by like 50, 70, 80, 90%. Wow, I wonder how she's gonna do without her weapon, guys.
Next, let's take a quick look at Flint's. In terms of first impressions, Flint comes off as a polite, dignified lightkeeper
Sorry, I realized I was blocking the guys the whole time. I didn't even realize I was.
with an almost aristocratic air to him. Of course, as a member of the Lightkeepers, Flint fights for the safety of Nod-Krai, using the ancient power of his lantern to fend off the wild hunt.
You wanna know what else is ancient? His kit design. Because as far as I'm concerned, I saw his trailer and his elemental skill and burst do the same thing. It's like his elemental skill like summons lightning, his burst just summons more lightning.
In battle, Flint's elemental skill infuses his normal attacks with electro damage that cannot be overridden.
Oh, so he just has lightning happen. Oh, okay. The lightning part was the only thing we saw in the trailer. Okay, his elemental skill just makes his normal attacks purple. Never mind. So it doesn't even summon lightning, it just makes his normal attacks purple.
Casting his skill again will trigger a special elemental burst that deals lunar charged damage to enemies.
Never mind, I was right. I was right. His elemental skill is just summoning lightning, and his burst just summons more lightning.
And without needing to satisfy any conditions, his normal elemental burst can directly deal lunar charged damage to opponents.
Which does make
It's just more lightning. This guy's kit sucks the amount of people that I saw glazing this guy's kit was like insane. It's just, oh, my first elemental skill cast makes my animations purple. My second elemental skill cast triggers my ultimate. And then my ultimate triggers my ultimate. Bro actually only has 2 abilities. His liberation and his basic attacks.
him a strong addition to Lunar Charge teams.
Let's go.
Alright, let's move on to the last character
Oh, and he needs a Neff or he sucks ass. That too, I forgot.
coming in the new version.
I know.
I hope you pulled her.
From the Clink Clank Krumkaki craft shop, right?
Yep, Aino is Anepa's creator and the owner of the workshop. She's also a genius inventor. The massive cannon in Nasha Town used to fend off the Wild Hunt is her creation.
Cool.
You're telling me this 5-year-old made all of that? Okay.
But even geniuses have things they're not so good at. And for Aino, well, that's
Yeah, like reaching off of the top shelf. I don't know. Looking at people eye to eye.
that's housework. So Anepa takes care of that for her.
That's nice.
In battle, Aino's elemental skill allows her to use a gadget to launch forward, dealing AoE hydro damage to surrounding enemies. Then, with her elemental burst, Aino summons a water-spraying mechanism that periodically deals hydro damage to opponents. Aino summons a water-spraying mechanism that periodically deals hydro damage to opponents.
That's the kit. Oh, you know what? Never mind. Yo, Flint's actually looking pretty good. Perhaps I spoke. Maybe I spoke too harshly about Flynn's. I forgot. We're watching a Genshin Impact live stream. I've got to take my expectations that have been, honestly, ruined by Wuthering Waves, because it feels like there was more work put into Augusta's plunge animation than this entire character's moveset. It seems like you take one attack frame from a Wuthering Waves character, and there was more work put into that than whatever these Genshin units are.
Whoa. You can't forget the most important thing.
All right.
What is the most important thing?
Near the beginning of the first act of the Archon quest, a dance
Oh, great. We can get a copy of this thing for free. Awesome. Guys, who else is super excited to use this?
Aino summons a water-spraying
Damn, that's...
mechanism that periodically deals.
Damn, Devs listened.
Travelers will have the chance to meet Aino and invite her to their parties.
In other words, travelers can get her for free.
Great. Now a good portion of the Genshin population can act that. I'm not even gonna say it.
That's
I'm
right.
just not even gonna
And
say it.
speaking of, let's talk about how the dev team has revamped these quests with the goal of adding richer character development into the core narrative.
Cool.
This means, in the upcoming Archon quests, travelers can look forward to more interactions with the 3 characters we just mentioned.
Some part of me is like wants to be excited because I think a lot of the new units actually look cool. But then a part of me realized I can't really get excited because they're gonna do shit like this and just fuck up their kits in the ass.
Hey guys, by the way, this new character only works with 1 or 2 other elements. It's also gonna have a new lunar reaction. And then that new lunar reaction is also gonna suck dick unless you get their weapon too. Are you excited, travelers?
No, not really. Even though your character designs are kind of cool, no, I can't really get excited knowing that that is going to be the situation, framing their entire release. But don't worry, guys. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry, guys. When you start complaining about lunar reactions and how restrictive they are and how pay to win they are, don't worry. They'll be explained in the lore.
As Kuvaki.
Yeah, because of that shit called Kuvaki. Yeah, that Kuvaki is fucking up your game, but it's okay. There's a lore reason for it. Just like how Mavuika's motorcycle and Natlan's weird tech fucked up the game.
But hey, there was a lore reason for it. It's explained in the lore. Look, they explained it. Look, it's Kuvaki. That's why there's lunar reactions.
I can't wait for that. It's going to be awesome.
Allowing us to get to know them on a much deeper level. Version Luna 1 is also bringing new content to the open world. Travelers will have the chance to help the new characters, Flint, Llama, and Aino, build meeting points in Nod-Krai. At these meeting points, you can chat with characters whenever you feel like it, and learn more about their lives by progressing certain events.
Yeah, it's kind of like Traveler's Tales, but a little more fleshed out. Now, the Damselette is a...
Is this because nobody's doing hangouts? This is because nobody's doing hangouts, right? Or character story quests. You want to know a good way for people to do hangouts and character story quests? You could just add a skip button. But like, I guess instead, like, this is what it's going to be. Like, I guess some weird compromise over here. Still no skip button because nobody cares, like, about what's going on in those situations, but okay.
Another highly anticipated character. I'm sure many travelers have already picked up on her close connection to the moon. And travelers will get to meet her very soon. After venturing to Hisi Island in the upcoming Archon quest, travelers will encounter the Damselette at a special time and place. In this place, you can chat with her, accept commissions from her, and receive her gifts.
She's also one of the Fatui Harbingers, right? Like, okay, so I guess they're just spilling the beans that you're not going to be fighting her. Oh, okay, I guess like that sort of like tense, you know, that tense sort of stuff going on, like all that framing, right? It's, that's just not happening.
Definitely something to look forward to. Now, let's give a quick refresher on the upcoming event wishes. In the first half of version Luna 1,
awesome.
Travelers can look forward to event wishes.
Okay. Why am I not surprised? Why am I not surprised that Nahidoi is rerunning with Llama?
From Llama and Nahida, as well as a Sumeru-centered chronicled wish banner.
And in the second half of the version, we'll have event wishes for Flint's.
I like how they spent about 1 second on the chronicled wish banner because they and everybody else knows it's such a piece of dog shit.
And Yelan.
In addition, Aino will receive a drop rate boost on the second half banners.
Have they always done this in their reruns? Like, straight up, they are running these characters with their best-in-slot teammate. Like, both of them. Do they always do this? I remember, like, a banner 3 years ago where it was, like, Wanderer, Scaramouche, and then the other half of the banner was Arataki Ito. And then you look at Wuwa right now, and it's, like, Augusta, Carlotta, and Shorekeeper. Where it's, like, Augusta and Carlotta are, like, not even fucking close to each other. Like, just God forbid you're using them together. God forbid you use those two characters together. It's, like, both phases are like 2 best-in-slot teammates.
For Flint's and Yelan.
In addition, Aino will receive a drop rate boost on the second half banners. So, don't miss out if you're interested.
This is going to be like 2 phases in a row where it's like best-in-slot character, you know, best-in-slot character, DPS, sub-DPS, elemental pairing, all of that. I can understand if it's happening like once a patch or like once a banner cycle, but to have it happen, and I guess Nilo's included here with the Chronicled Wish, It's like, this is kind of crazy. I just think it's a little bit nuts to have basically the entire phase, both characters, all paired together, and then you throw in the Chronicled Wish as well. Kind of a lot.
Now let's talk anniversary rewards and system optimizations.
Wait, these are the anniversary rewards? Wait, Genshin's having its anniversary? I'm sorry, that's... Wait, Wuthering Waves 2.6 came out first. And, like, they just tossed 20 pulls randomly. And, like, your anniversary is just 20 pulls. This is just like a... Well, that's not... I'm not gonna lie, this doesn't look that great. I dare say even ZZZ's anniversary is better than this one.
With anniversary rewards, travelers will receive 1,600 Primo Gems in their in-game mailbox.
How much do you bet that... I'm trying to think about it. Clearly, Llama's going to be the most popular character of the phase. How much do you bet one of these is delayed so that it's after Llama? And this is the thing, right? People are actually expecting that the anniversary patch for Genshin Impact is going to give, like, some rewards. And so, yeah, I'm pretty sure one of these is delayed until the second part. So it's going to be like Lantern Rite all over again. And guys, remember, you can't say that same argument for Wuwa 2.6 because nobody expected a 2.6 patch to have 20 free pulls added onto it. People are expecting rewards for an anniversary patch. So yeah, delays on this anniversary patch, all of this, it's a little bit rough. Especially when there's this little rewards, yeah.
With a new robot kitten pet, aww, an in-game two-person lounge, and a variety of enhancement materials. There will also be a login event where travelers can earn a total of 10 intertwined fates, along with other rewards like Resin and Mora by logging in for 7 days in a row.
They couldn't spare more than 2 fragile Resin. Like, I'm just gonna be real here. Like, 2 fragile for your anniversary, just, that's so little. Like, how about like 10? These motherfuckers just gave you These bastards just gave you 2 fragile resin for your anniversary. They gave you 2 fragile resin for your entire anniversary and then proceed to, in the same live stream, say, Genshin Impact doesn't want to make money. Brother, you just, like, look at the banner schedule. You have 3/4 of the Lunar Bloom team in one phase. Then you got this whole situation over here. Then you're giving out 2 fragile resident 20 pulls for your 17th anniversary. What do you guys mean you don't want to make money? That's like the opposite.
And, of course, travelers will get to choose a standard 5-star character of their choice.
These units are all useless. They're all completely, utterly worthless. There's not a single one that has, like, any meta use case. It's like, they can be like the 5th best option in a team, maybe the 6th best option, but they're all so bad.
And this year, Yume Mizuki will be available as one of the options. There's also the free Aino obtainable through the Archon quest. So, that's 2 new characters travelers can add to their roster for free.
And finally, initial top-up bonuses will be reset after the version update.
I'm just hoping that this is like a mistranslation, right? I'm just hoping that they simply did not translate this properly, and that's why it's coming off this way. Because, come on, man. Like, how are you going to say we don't want to make money on our anniversary patch? How about, like, why even say this? We all know you are trying to make money.
Now, let's check out the optimizations coming in the new version.
Let's do it.
First up are a few optimizations that should improve the adventuring experience.
Okay.
Adventure XP gained from exploration is being significantly increased. For example, collecting oculi will now grant adventure XP. More tips will be added to characters' trial run stages.
Actually, not bad. I think that's probably pretty good. I feel like this, in a way, I think actually helps out the new player experience and makes it so that, like, exploring isn't, like, a complete pain in the dick if you're a new player. With, like, your limited stamina that you're going to be having, I guess you'll level up faster if you do it.
There are also a few optimizations geared towards veteran travelers.
Like what?
Starting in version Luna 1, travelers will be able to obtain harvestable materials from the Battle Pass, making it easier to build and level characters.
So basically, they're limiting the overworld grind by adding boxes for monster mats. Ooh. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it appears that the devs have listened from Wuthering Waves once again. Yes, because, yeah, Wuwa just gives you all these fucking boxes. And the realization for a lot of players is that, damn, they don't like spending 2 days picking up flowers. Yeah, that's not really like a gameplay loop that appeals to a lot of people. spending 2 days, spending an hour a day just picking up flowers. So I'm assuming that shit like that is what's being encompassed in here. Maybe we take a look at the live stream just to like double check and confirm it. Like, surely they've got footage of this, right? Okay, that's what it sounds like exactly what I was thinking. They've realized the overworld grind is a piece of shit, and that it's not fun to just walk around in places you've already explored for 2 days to just level up a character. But I guess you're only gonna get 15 of them, so I guess you're gonna need 17 battle passes to avoid the grind completely. Awesome.
The devs have also expanded the number of team lineups that can be saved, making it easier.
Another dynamic that I thought about is with these in the battle pass, you're effectively paying not to play the game. Like this is honestly like a pretty crazy degree. This ain't even the stuff that you get in Woo-Wah. In Woo-Wah, you get the materials that are like locked by your wave plates, right? You get like the talent material boxes. These ain't even talent material. These are fucking overworld collectibles. This is like if like fucking ascension mats were in the battle pass, which is to me like kind of nuts. Like now it's like the battle pass is now giving you incentives to literally like not explore, like not play the game, because they know they've designed the game to be such a piece of shit when it comes to this part of it.
Here to have a team ready for any scenario.
But don't worry, guys, they don't want to make money. The devs don't want to make money. That's why they put an incentive for players to play, or for players to pay, by making material gathering one of the worst experiences in the game, and then letting you skip the materials gathering by buying the battle pass.
There's also a big change coming to the artifact system. After obtaining a 3 substat artifact, travelers will be able to check the hidden 4th substat.
How is this different from weapon mats in Woo-Wah? Hey chat, is the only way to acquire TD mat boxes in Woo-Wah, is the only way to acquire that for the battle pass? Or is it a reward from almost every single event and activity in the game? And so, if you could only get TD mat boxes in Woo-Wah from the battle pass, what you're saying would make sense. But they explicitly advertise this as you can only get it from the battle pass. Oh, I did not see that part. Well, he does play Genshin Impact, ladies and gentlemen. Don't be too surprised.
Making it easier to have a team ready for any scenario.
Okay, so they made the game easier.
There's also a big change coming to the artifact system. After obtaining a 3 substat artifact, travelers will be able to check the hidden 4th substat, which should make it a lot easier to decide if an artifact has raising potential.
Okay, so I guess at minimum that saves you like the first like 400 experience, because all you would do in the past is just take it to level 4, and so now you can just keep it at 0. But yeah, that basically is it's just you don't have to raise it to level 4 now to know that it's not like double crit. Okay.
In addition, travelers will now be able to directly consume 40 original resin to claim rewards, and the recipe for crafting condensed resin will now cost 60 original resin.
What?
All in all, this should give travelers a break from constant crystal fly farming.
Wow.
Of course, these...
Wait. What does that even mean? This recap is so shit that I have to go back to the live stream to have any clue what the fuck they're talking about. I gotta listen to the guy speaking Chinese to understand what people said in English.
此基础上，浓缩树脂的配方要求也从40点树脂变为了60点树脂合成。 也就意味着它可以直接对
Okay, so condensed resin is now a triple reward, and regular... Isn't that just like ass when you have a max of 200 resin? Now you're always going to have like 20 resin left over? Like if you were to log in with 200 resin, you're now going to have 20 left over because you can only spend 180? Like if you're going to do that, did they raise the resin limit to 240? So now you're going to log in with 200 resin, go condense 3 of them for 180, and have 20 left over that you like now have to like go figure out what to do with. Are these guys stupid? What are they doing?
More information will be available across Genshin Impact's official accounts.
Next up, let's go over a few perks coming in the new version.
Okay.
First, when a new 5-star character or weapon receives a drop rate boost, the corresponding talent ascension material and weapon ascension material domains will be open every day for the next 7 days.
How about you fucking guys just make it look like this permanently? How about you just make it look like this permanently and remove this available for a limited time bullshit? Like, what are they doing aside from just fixing the game? Why this why is nobody else I heard there's other stuff to crash out about in this update. Why is nobody crashing out about this? Like, at this point, just rip the Band-Aid off. Just fix the fucking game. Like, they want to do everything except just, like, actually do it. It's like you're married. You're a married couple, right? And you just, like, you asked your spouse, hey, can you go mow the lawn? And then, like, the hubby, the wife, whatever, right? They go out and then they like they start like washing the sidewalk. They start like cleaning the street outside. They'll start like cleaning all the windows. They'll do everything except mow the lawn. That's all you wanted. These devs will literally do everything except just remove the bullshit systems for the game.
Oh, here's a workaround. Oh, here's like, oh, here's this other thing. Oh, and ZZZ, we're gonna add this thing where you can spend double your energy on the new stuff.
Just add these features at a baseline instead of making them like fucking limited time of like the quality of life in this game has a time limit. Like the quality of life in this game has FOMO in it. A banner is like 28 days, 21 days. This is available for 3 out of the 21 days that the weapon banner will be live. Like, you only get to get the bonuses from this if you, like, pull within 3 days of the banner going live. How does the quality of life have FOMO? These guys are pioneers. These guys are fucking pioneers. And if it's actually like 7 days, whatever. I don't care how long this event exclusive domain is. I see 3 days over here. Maybe it's fucking 10. Maybe it's 7. The point is, why are you adding FOMO to your quality of life updates? That's just like, it's mind-blowing to me. That's something they decided to do. So yes, you're now on a time limit to not want to fucking re-roll IRL from leveling up your characters. Awesome. Devs listened.
Second, on top of the free standard 5-star, travelers will also receive materials to raise that character to level 60. And here's another major...
What you'll be surprised by is that the materials required to raise a character to level 60 take about, like, 5 minutes to grind. Yeah, that sounds like a lot. Leveling up a character to level 60 in Genshin is like, they just gave you about 100 resin worth of materials. Awesome.
In version Luna 1, once a 5-star character reaches their max...
Why not 90? You want to know why they're not raising it to level 90 for you? Because of course, right? They want you to buy the battle pass so that you go ahead... and you do this. Yeah, that's why. That's why they're only giving you up to level 60. It's because they want you to buy the battle pass so that you use it on this.
In version Luna 1, once a 5-star character reaches their maximum constellation level,
okay, so C6.
Additional constellations obtained for them will be converted into Master List Stella Fortuna, which is an item that can be used to raise characters past the level cap, a maximum of level 100.
Wait, so you need 3 Master List Fortunas to do this? I'm sorry. Was that 1 to go to 95? And then 2 more to go to... Wait, so you got to get 3 copies? Wait, so you got to get 3 copies of a limited character after their S6 or after their C6 to raise 1 character to level 100. Wait, and we're also putting this in the game after adding Stygian Onslaught, where the game mode where you can't even clear it with C6 characters. You have to clear it with the right C6 characters. And so, instead of balancing the game mode, they're now letting you wail even more to take your C6 characters that can't clear, raise them to level 100 so that I suppose they can clear. I guess the funniest thing will be is when somebody takes their C6 Hu Tao, raises her to level 100 using 3 dupes, and she still can't clear Stygian Onslaught. That's probably going to be the funniest part. I can't wait. I can't wait until somebody does it. It's going to be fucking hilarious. Because I know for sure, if I took my Al-Haytham and fed him these fucking Masterless Fortunas, yeah, he still ain't clearing that game mode because it's not balanced. But hey, I guess this is the other thing. I'm just waiting for the devs now to buff dire difficulty. They're gonna make it so that your C6 Mavuika isn't enough to clear. She won't do like, she'll miss like just that amount of damage. Your C6 Mavuika will now need 3 more dupes and be a level 100 C6 Mavuika to start clearing. Just wait for that upgrade, ladies and gentlemen. That's why they're putting these in the game. Not so that you can, like, cap out your characters. It's so that they can add that next level of spending for the whales, because Stygian Onslaught wasn't enough. They need to go a level deeper. This looks so much worse. This looks so much more bad when you know that Stygian Onslaught is something that they added to the game, and that is literally whale content. But that's not enough. There needs to be more to whale on. People already got a huge incentive for C6 units. They need even more incentives. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, right? Hey, this is what they said in their live stream, boys. We gave you an incentive. Instead of pulling C6 units, you gotta pull C9 units. That was probably intentional. You gotta pull a unit to C9 to reach their full potential now. Make sure you don't leave the point, ladies and gentlemen. You might lose the round.
If you have a standard 5-star at C6, you could select the same 5-star from the anniversary event, earn a Masterless Stella Fortuna, and use it to strengthen a different character.
Wow! So so player-friendly.
Plus, travelers who have obtained excess constellations in the past will receive an equal amount of Masterless Stella Fortuna in their in-game mailbox during the new version.
Koyo's got a literal record of who's an absolute fucking idiot. I love that it's like, hey, if you were an absolute dipshit in the past, don't worry, it's not that bad. If you pulled 20 copies of Hu Tao, don't worry, you'll get some good rewards.
Which will give certain travelers a chance to start leveling their characters right away.
Last but not least, travelers can look forward to a new long-term event in version Luna 1 to temper thyself and travel far. The objective is to reach weekly progress goals by completing daily commissions and spending resin at least 5 days a week across a 12-week period, or the duration of 2 versions.
Did they just put the most garbage units in the game on there? Trash, trash, trash. Gonna be really good. Gonna be really good because they buffing her with Llama. Trash, 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 trash. Oh, trash, 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 trash. Yeah, they're all bad. They're all bad characters. The only one that isn't awful is actually her. Yeah, no, these characters are all useless now. Shenhe trash. Shenhe's potentially usable on one team with Skirk, but like sometimes you don't even use her. You use like Yelan instead. So it's like, yeah, it depends. Sometimes you use Shenhe, but you can just use Yelan instead. And guess who isn't on here? Because they're not a garbage unit. Realize that there's only bad units on here. Like Yelan isn't on here. Where's Kazuha? Where's the fucking character released in version 1.6? Kazuha was released in fucking the 1.x version. He ain't on here, but we got fucking Baiju? Oh, right. Because they can't have actually non-power crept units on here. Except her. I don't even know why Nilo's on here, to be honest. That to me is like the biggest, this to me is like the biggest like surprise. Nilo being on here. But yeah, everyone else is actually garbage. Genshin Impact doesn't want to earn money. That's why they made the free Constellation rewards. They only gave it to actual dog shit units. I would believe this if they actually put good units on here. But Kazuha, a 1.6 unit, not being on here is hilarious.
叫做元神。
Oh, sorry, wrong. I.
Various rewards for their efforts, including sanctifying elixirs.
If you're pulling this, you probably should go to. If this is where, if your screen ever like plays something like this, like you just redeemed a Klee Constellation from this event. I don't even know what to say about you.
But most importantly, this event will give travelers the chance to earn a constellation for certain designated 5-star characters.
Garbage,
for more
garbage,
detailed information
garbage,
and event
garbage,
guidelines,
garbage,
keep an eye out
garbage,
for
garbage,
future announcements.
garbage,
Of
garbage,
course,
garbage,
we've
garbage,
just scratched the
garbage,
surface of all the
garbage,
exciting
garbage,
content
garbage,
coming in
garbage,
version
garbage,
Luna 1.
garbage, garbage,
There's so
garbage,
much more to
garbage,
discover
garbage,
in-game,
garbage,
so be sure to check
garbage,
it out when the
garbage,
update goes live.
Garbage, garbage.
Thanks for sticking with us, travelers.
Thanks, everyone, and happy adventuring in Nod-Krai.
This is okay. I can see why people are crashing out now. Yeah, imagine you went through an hour and 43 minutes, and then you got hit with some of the most bullshit quality of life, some of the most garbage things you've ever seen in the history of the game. Oh my gosh. And you want to know what the best part is? This 10-minute recap, right, didn't even get to like into some of the other shit that I could have talked about. Hey guys, where's the UGC? Hey guys, here's another way to not play Genshin Impact while you're playing Genshin Impact. Woohoo! Wait, we got Temple Run, we got Clash of Clans. Yeah. Hey, let's boot up Genshin Impact and not fucking play it, guys. Got fucking overcooked? Yeah, there's a bunch of shit in here. I'm telling, yeah, UGC has potential? Motherfuckers, they literally just took the Nintendo catalog and then ported it to Genshin. Yes, it has potential as long as Nintendo doesn't EOS. Oh, great. Now you can play Switch games on here that are all just worse than the versions that are on Switch. There's still all of that stuff that we could dive into. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think anyone gives a fuck about this. Some people might actually get into it, make it flourish like the Roblox landscape. I don't think so. I really don't. There's just too much stuff. There's too much stuff in this game. I don't think people are going to be spending a lot of time on this. You get paid to do it too? That's not surprising because, of course, they're going to pay people to develop on this because God knows nobody's going to do it for free. That's Genshin 6.0. That's the whole live stream experience. I'm going to be honest with you. Yeah, there's not that much good in here. There's a couple of like small quality of life that I think are cool, like the Oculi, the test run, all of that. But then all this other stuff is just like, and then maybe the difficulty for like people that can't handle it. But like everything else in here is just like, what the fuck? Like, what are some of these changes? Especially like that resin run. What is this? Just fix the game. Just stop having weekly restricted mats. It's like, what is this? 7 days? Fucking quality of life FOMO? There's just... And then the whole Masterless Stella Fortuna situation. Great, now we're going to have content that scales up to level 100 and is going to require you to be level 100 to clear it. Woohoo! 3 dupes for a level 100 character. And don't worry, they're giving out free dupes and every unit is actually trash, except for one of them. And for this one unit, Nilo, to not be trash, you're going to have to pull the limited character coming out this version. Hope you're ready. Oh, you got to get her weapon too. So, yeah, Genshin 6.0 is not looking very good to me, ladies and gentlemen. Genshin Impact doesn't want to make money. That's probably... I wouldn't want to hear those words coming out of anybody on the Genshin team's mouths with, the type of products that they're pushing out. That'll be that, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you all thought. Peace.